This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome to Women's Wealth Wednesday, providing you with extensive information on how you can better prepare and plan for your retirement. And today I have Caleb Doane joining me from Foster Financial. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so we're on the Women's Wealth Wednesday. We have been continuing speaking about women who retire earlier in their household. And today you're going to kind of break down a way that people can utilize their pensions, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, we talked about pensions last week. So share with me what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, definitely. So last week we kind of broke down a couple of the key pension, payout options, because you get a list of, 5 or 6 options when you retire, and you kind of choose which one is best for you. And for a lot of people, that's even a surprise that there are different options, So last week we talked about 2 main ones, the straight life pension and then the 100% joint survivor pension option.
Yes.
And we kind of compared and contrasted them. But today, I wanted to talk about a third one that's offered in some, not all pensions, but some pensions offer this. And it actually has to do with the Powerball a little bit.
Okay, I'm talking lotto today.
Exactly. And I know it's been in the news over the past couple weeks because there was kind of the winner announced. And so I thought it'd be helpful to talk about this. And it's actually the lump sum pension option. And so with the Powerball, I think a lot of people are kind of familiar when you win that prize money, and I think it was just over $1 billion, I want to say. Wow,
really?
Which is crazy.
Okay, spoiler alert. Yeah. It wasn't us.
Yeah, exactly. we would not be here.
Right.
So it was $1 billion, and the winner can either choose to have that $1 billion paid out over 30 years in kind of increments of each year, or they can take a smaller amount immediately. And the smaller amount is around half. It's between like $500 and $600 million.
Yes.
So petty cash at that point. So, but there's actually a similar, kind of question posed with these lump sum pensions. A lot of times people can choose to either have your $3,000 every month for the rest of your life, or some employers offer to give you a lump sum where they say, hey, I'll give you $500,000 immediately and then nothing in the future. And so it's a good option that some people have, and for some people it could be good, others not so much.
Yes, because you essentially get more of the funds if you wait longer. So they don't take out the fees or the extra charges for immediate access. And so it's one of those things I think we talked about before. I think with Social Security, it's like, are you planning, you can't plan to live longer, but it's like, are you going to take your risks now or wait it out?
Yeah.
I say now. I'm not the financial advisor, but I'm like, live your life now because tomorrow isn't promised. But there are reasons why people choose. So can you share what would make someone choose the lump sum compared to the payment plan? Definitely.
So, one of the options we talked about last week was that 100% joint survivor option. And that's the one that pays out to your spouse for the rest of their life if you were to pass away. And that's the more, I guess, conservative or cautious option. But even if you selected that option, if you chose that option and then heaven forbid, you and your spouse got in a car accident or something like that a few years later, if both of you were to pass away, that pension doesn't go to anybody. Once both spouses have passed away, the pension just stops, even in the 100% joint survivor. And
so there aren't any, what is it called?
Like contingent beneficiary.
You don't have an additional beneficiary that you can add?
No, you can't with those pensions, even with the 100% joint survivor option. And so taking the lump sum, it does give you that ability where if both of you were to pass away, your children will at least get that money. And so you get more control over those funds immediately, and you're not, having that calculation of, okay, how long are me and my spouse going to live? But the benefit there, which is the control over the money, can sometimes also be the con for people too, because it's okay, now you're responsible with budgeting that out and making sure that lasts for your entire retirement.
Wow. And so when you take the pension out in a lump sum, do you have to put it in a specific type of account, or can it just go into a savings account, or can you throw it into a CD?
Yeah, typically it's rolled into an IRA, which is exactly
okay.
the type of account that like a 401k would go into. And so one of the strategies that we use for a lot of people is we'll take at least a portion of that lump sum that they get and purchase an annuity with an income rider is what it's called.
Okay.
It's essentially your own private little pension, but if you were to pass away with an annuity, beneficiaries get the rest of it.
Okay.
And so that's one piece where we can still give people control over their money and they can still have that continuous income stream.
And are there standards to it? So are there penalties if someone takes out from an annuity where it kind of helps manage their money so they don't use it all?
Yeah, it depends on the annuity. A lot of times the ones that we set up, they're flexible in the sense that sometimes you can take out a little more from the annuity, but they are set up to provide that consistent income stream for you all the way through retirement. So it's a way you can kind of have control over the funds, but still ensure that you have a stream of income over the entire course of your retirement.
Yes, that's so fascinating. And so Caleb, tell me, in your experience with dealing with your clients, choosing this, how do people normally kind of lean? Lump sum or the payouts?
Yeah, good question. I would say if people have the lump sum option, the majority take that option. Once they understand the annuities that we can help them out with, or the investment options that they can use with the lump sum.
Yeah.
I think for some people, the lump sum can feel overwhelming until maybe you talk with a financial advisor and understand the options that it opens up.
Right.
But typically, it depends on how big the lump sum is relative to your payment. So we do all those calculations and stuff, but a lot of times it's a good option for people.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much,
thank
Caleb.
you.
That was good information. And if you would like more information about Foster Financial and how they can help you be fiscally responsible, then they offer complimentary consultations. We'll have their phone number listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.